Hey guys, I'm the Dairy Deputy. I have some UU replays for you. It's with a team that's based around Shedinja, because Shedinja is cool. The biggest problem, I think, in UU that I always have dealing with is Nidoking, because Nidoking's coverage is ridiculous, and in my opinion, the best special wall is, um, either Blissey or Florges. Personally, I hate Blissey, so I'm going to use Florges, which gets Shrek'd by a Sludge Wave. And they also usually carry Superpower for Blissey anyways, so very, very good coverage. And if you think about it, they carry Sludge Wave, Earth Power, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt. Sometimes they'll carry Flamethrower, um, Flamethrower, that one thing called Superpower and Mega Horn. All of those things, except for Flamethrower, Shedinja is immune to. And Flamethrower is not really that common, so yeah, because usually Earth Power gets the job done on like Steel types and stuff. So yeah, let's get right into the battle. I lead with Lily as he leads with Kazam. I don't really know what I expected, but yeah. I am gonna switch out into Stella, and he tricks me a Black Sludge. So that's cool, I guess. Right off the bat, I can tell this guy likes his own special sets, because I outspeed an Alakazam as a Florges, and then he goes for Trick Room, and then he goes into Snorlax. So I switch into Weezing, and he Earthquakes. By him Earthquaking, I can tell he's either scrappy or he doesn't have Crunch. Um, Either way, Shedinja is free to go into this thing. And then once he curses, see, okay, I didn't make a switch that turn because I wasn't 100% sure that he was dual attacking normal ground, because he could have been like a weird set with like 4 attacks or something. But once he starts to curse, I know Canti is a free switch. So I go into Canti, and I set up a Swords Dance. I'm immune to the Earthquake, and so he EQs my Canti, which, okay, that's a bit odd, I guess. I know he's gonna hit me with a Dark move. I did honestly didn't think it would be Crunch, but I have a Sash, so I live it, and I do kill it with an X-Scissor. I am gonna switch out because I know Zebstrika's carry Overheat, but he's actually a physical one. So I switch out into 420, and he actually is mixed, so he goes for the Volt Switch and gets out for free. Then he goes into Snorlax, I guess trying to bait my Shedinja, but I still want that thing burned, just for residual more than anything. So I am just going to burn again. I do burn the Zebstrika, which is really good, because as we saw, it is mixed. Then I'm just going to go for Sludge Bomb, predicting him to Volt Switch, or to Flame Charge, predicting my Shedinja. And then he close combats my 420, which I don't really get. And then I just go with Sludge Bomb afterwards, so that's really cool. Then he goes back into Snorlax. I know that I can just Pain Split pretty much for free, get a bunch of HP back, and lower him quite a bit. And he goes for a Protect because he is MLG. Right off the bat, this guy is really not the greatest. Just because, I mean, well, I guess you can't really tell yet. Trick Black Sludge Kazam is a bit weird, but I guess it could work. But you'll see later what I mean by like not great. There's something. Yeah, okay, so that's a really weird set. Trick Black Sludge, Trick Room, Alakazam. I don't get that. And then I just go for a Psyshock because I thought I would do a lot more to the Superior, but it doesn't do anything. So he might be max defense Calm Mind, because that Psyshock really did absolutely no damage. But then he just goes for a Protect, as I go for a Flamethrower. I don't Mega Evolve because I want to keep my Flash Fire, because the Flash Fire Houndoom Shedinja combo is pretty much destroys his entire team. He is burned, so I know I can take one Earthquake, and I go for the Nasty Plot. And now that I think about it, it was probably not the greatest play, because Uh, 37. I did a bunch of calcs. I didn't use a calc though. I used my brain. I would do 30%, 37%, and he was at 31, and I didn't want to risk it with min-max because Flash Fire, Houndoom was pretty much one of my bigger win conditions at this point. And then he goes into Zebstrika as I X-Scissor, and he's Rocky Helmet Zebstrika. That's the... I mean... to each his own, I guess. But yeah. And I'm just gonna protect, so that way he'll die to a burn. He has Pursuit. I didn't even know Zebstrika got Pursuit, so that's cool. Now I just wish to sack my Espeon in all honesty, but he Toxics me, and I bounce that back at him. Then I'm gonna switch into Lamp, just to get some HP back on it, because I honestly thought I could take any hit he went for, and maybe he'd trick me, I don't know. I set up a nasty plot because I know he's gonna protect because he's just that MLG. And then I do outspeed Kazam and I kill it with a flamethrower, and then I also kill the Superior with a flamethrower. So yeah, that was the first battle. It was pretty good. Shedinja did actually quite a lot of work before it died to a Rocky Helmet Zebstrika. And then the second battle. So I lead with Stella and he leads with the Galvantula. I have 0 balls, so I do not switch into Espeon, but he goes for a Sticky Web and a Thunder, even though I have a Espeon, so I guess that's cool. That's cool. But I do go into Diamond because he's in with Fortress, and I can just spin whatever hazards he has, and he can't get his Sticky Web back up. Which Sticky Web Entei is actually a thing right now, because it's actually really good. I do get the burn on the Fortress, which is good because it deals with it, how long it can be alive. It's longevity, I don't know what the word is. I switch into Lily, thinking I can take any hit easily. Don't take it as well as I thought I would, but I do Wish Protect. Yes, I do. I know I have 2 Wish Protectors on this team, but this team is surprisingly bulky. And then I go for the Shadow Claw, predicting him to switch out because he has nothing to hit me, but he actually has Toxic, so I die. Shedinja did a lot of work this game. GG. But I do just set up one nasty plot with Lamp because I know I can be able to 2-hit KO, and he goes for the Toxic. And I can just heal bell that later, so it's not the biggest problem. At +2, I could actually do 80, or no, I think actually max damage would be 94%, like 80, like something to like 94% to a Mega Blastoise with 0 special defense investment. But I decided Houndoom was much more important to me than trading it for an almost dead Mega Blastoise. Plus I have Stella, who's like the perfect counter. I am just going to stay in Aromatherapy to get rid of the Toxic on both my Starmie and my Houndoom. I know he probably has the Gyro Ball if he brought it in against my Stella, but it doesn't bother me that much. Now I am going to Scald this turn just to get some more damage, because the way I figured it, 2 turns of burn and he would be dead, but I did not take into consideration leftovers, but it'll work out. It's fine. I'm just gonna Psy Shock this Blastoise because I honestly don't need it for anything. I'm outsped by this thing, and E-Speed would probably kill me. Fortress would die to anything, and Mega Blastoise killed me. So I just let Starmie die, and I'm just gonna start Moonblasting this thing to death. He is gonna confuse me as I go for the Wish though. I'm gonna stay in. I do end up hitting myself, but I would have barely done any damage to this Entei anyways. But now I'm going to switch into 420 because he cannot hurt me at all. So at this point I think he's banded. Yeah, and then he switches into Fortress to be immune to the Sludge Bomb, but I kill him with Flamethrower next turn anyways. So it wasn't the most, like, you know, necessary play. Then I switch into Stella because I have a perfect counter. I do get the special defense drop, which really sucks, but I decide I can probably OHKO with a Moonblast anyways, where he actually switches into his Mega Blastoise, and I kill that thing with one Moonblast. And then I switch into 420 to take on the Iron Head. I have no reason to predict at this point. I'm gonna Sludge Bomb, and I'm gonna predict him to go for another Sacred Fire, but he actually goes for a Stone Edge, and I Pain Split him to get some HP back. Another Sacred Fire will hurt, but I can go for a Sludge Bomb, and another Sacred Fire will kill me with a crit, which, I don't know, I guess mattered. I mean, it did matter because I would not have died, but it did not influence the game at all. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to just Dark Pulse everything to death. And I guess he's Specs Noivern. That can't be Specs. I know it's resisted, but 32%? Oh, and that's with a crit. He's like Scarfed Noivern, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, those are two battles with the Shedinja team, which I think the Gumi uses it in NU. I honestly feel like it'd probably be better in UU, just because it counters all the big wall breakers out there, except for Mew. But Mew is just annoying in general. That's why we have Mega Houndoom. So anyways guys, I'll see you next time. Stay dairy out there.